I'm Mia, and this is going to be a perfume tour. Also, yes, I know this is a totally new location. This is a corner of my living room, but I swear it's for a good reason. So, it is the first truck shift back today, and they're supposed to do a different event, but that got all screwed up. So, originally it was supposed to be my father was supposed to be home, and I was supposed to be home to be with the dog as well. No one besides me is home right now, and she's evil, and I cannot trust her to be alone downstairs if I go upstairs to do my makeup. So I'm gonna do a perfume tour down here with her because she's evil. But this is Bridget. Say hello, hello. Teeny tiny demon spawn, she's gonna pass out so hard so very soon, and I'm hoping she doesn't in my lap so she stays contained. She's no longer on my lap. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna kind of categorize this based on scent family. These three are citrusy. So this is from the Seven Virtues. This is Clementine Dream. Sorry, she's right over there. This starts off very bright, very photorealistic Clementine, like you can smell the rind, like the little white peely parts. But this does eventually dry down into like a soft citrusy vanilla. I wouldn't say that this has a great lasting power. Like I usually layer this with something and it can usually last me like 6 to 8 hours if I'm like really like put in my nose to my arm and be like, where are you? But the citrus, very bright for the first like hour or two. And then it just kind of simmers down. Like I love it in the summer because I don't like overly heavy scents in the summer. But so a soft citrus vanilla after it dries down is acceptable. Have you decided that we're gonna take a nap now? I moved her bed, so it's right here because she also kept trying to jump up onto the couch and she can't do that. So she's here. And then this is from Phlur. This is actually the only fragrance I've ever liked from Phlur. This is Tangerine Boy. This is just the travel size, but it is about half full, half empty. Just depending on if you're an optimist or a pessimist. Either way. But this citrus is more photorealistic than the Clementine Dream one. I usually like to wear these two together so I can get a longer lasting citrus scent, but this is straight citrus. There's nothing else. The most tangerine scent to ever tangerine. Like when I first smelled this in store, I'm like, I feel like I just peeled a little orange citrus fruit. Because let's be real, tangerines, clementines, there's a third one, mandarins and oranges all kind of blend together at some point. But like I said, Tangerine Boy, Clementine Dream, fantastic together. And then I was actually sent this from Skeepers, I think. I can't remember if it's... No, Skeepers. I couldn't remember if it was Skeepers or Influencer, but it was Skeepers. This is from Nest, New York. This is Crème de Clementine. I don't know if I'd buy this on my own. Because it's a very heavy, almost creamsicle type scent. But as it dries down, it gets like almost sickly sweet, like syrupy almost. Not like maple syrup, but like just so concentrated that it's a little overpowering sometimes. I might put this in my New York bag just because it's a travel sized one. And like, it's fine in the winter and spring, but I can't wear this in the summer because it gets too cloying. Alright, and then these next four are all kind of fresh and clean and just a little sweet smelling. So fresh and clean is the category. I'm gonna start off with two that are very soft and very almost soapy smelling. This is from the brand Addict. I don't know if they're still available. I bought this on Amazon like a couple years ago and it was very, very discounted. But this is Eat the Peach perfume. I want to, if I remember correctly, these are water-based, not alcohol-based. So they don't last quite as long, but they're also a little better for people that may have more sensitive skin. So water may be a little better. But this is a very soapy, very fresh peach, and it does settle into like a very soft, like the tiniest hint of a woody scent. Like I don't like woody scents, and like this just, it's a very light soft once it dries down, but it is so soapy, so peachy. Ironically enough, I think my best friend would love this because their favorite perfume is from Clean Reserve, the Radiant Nectar one, because it reminds them of, I think it's a shampoo or a conditioner that they have, and it's again kind of like a fruity, peachy scent, so I think this would be right up their alley, and I've tried buying it to give it to them because I'm not going to give them a used bottle, obviously. And then this is from Juliette Has A Gun. This is Pear Inc. This was actually a gift from my dear beloved friend, which is funny because this is, again, something that would be right up their alley, because this is a very fresh, very light, soft, soapy pear. And I actually really love pear as like the primary scent. Like the lotus pear from, I want to say it actually might be some Fair Juice. But like I do love pear, and I think it's so underutilized. But like I want pear to be the main note, not just like a little side piece, you know? But this is so good and clean. It's so soft and fresh, and like this is like in the early spring months, this is like the most spring perfume ever, because I don't like florals. I really, really hate them. And then this might possibly be one of my favorite perfumes at the moment. This is from Philosophy. This is the Fallen in Love perfume, and the main notes are jasmine, blackberry, and vanilla. I don't get a lot of vanilla. I get mainly blackberry and jasmine. And this is so light and fresh, and again, it smells clean. More specifically, it smells blue. I know that's a very odd way to describe it, but like this, when it rains, no matter what time of year it is, you smell good, you can smell clean. Please stop trying to eat your bed. Sorry, dog. But she's beautiful, perfect, stunning. I got this one at Marshall's for $19.99. It is a 4-ounce bottle. This is originally $108. So, girl, say less. And again, it's just so, again, I know I'm repetitive and like, oh my god, you smell so clean and fresh, but again, this is my little clean, fresh smelling perfume. Hi. And then, ironically enough, this is from Clean, the Reserve line, in Skin Reserve Blend. This was probably my, like, I had a few perfumes from KKW. Yeah. Before, like, I started getting into, like, perfumes, this was probably the first one I blind bought and was like, oh my god, this smells so good. And again, this is one that, like, if you didn't tell someone you were wearing perfume, they probably wouldn't know. Please don't bite my nails. We've had this discussion. Yeah, you want to see? But it just kind of smells soft, a little floral, a little musky. Again, it just smells like you, but better. Not Glossier you, but you as in yourself. A person. Wow, I know. But like this is, I've gone through 2 full bottles. This came as a set with a, what is this? This is a 1 ounce, and then it came with a little half travel sized one. So I keep the half travel sized one in my bag. I should put that in my New York bag. Honestly, this would probably fit in there too. Thoughts? Alright, these next 2 are just going to be vaguely kind of fruity. Because I have one more that I could add, but it also falls into my more gourmand one, so it was a toss up. This is from Clean, the classic line. This is Strawberry Fields. This is going to sound really weird when I say it, but this smells like warm strawberry laundry. Like, I gotta think it was going to be, oh, fresh, bright, fruity strawberry. No, but like, I also kind of love this. And like, it's weird because it's a fruity perfume, so I'll wear it in the summer, but it also smells warm at the same time. But this is one that doesn't exactly dry down. It just kind of stays the same scent all day, which I really do like, because I want something to smell the same as when I apply it sometimes. But again, kind of, don't bite my phone. We've had this discussion. But again, it's just kind of sweet, kind of warm. Again, smells like laundry, which I never thought I would like, but it works. So, shout out. Okay, I lied. I have 2 that I like from Phlur, but this one doesn't count because it's a body mist. This is the Peach Skin Body Mist that they came out with last year, I think. It's my phone again. Just sit. Just settle. Good girl. This is just kind of straight up fruity. There's something there that's not just peach. I don't want to say coconut because that sounds wrong, but I know they did release this with another kind of like beachy scent, so it could possibly be that. Oh, hey, look, notes. Top, peach Bellini, bergamot, peach skin. Now, if that was just the entire notes, I would have loved that because I love peach, I love bergamot. Heart, white freesia, vanilla orchid, jasmine nectar, base, milky sandalwood, share amber, coconut caramel. That's exactly what I was smelling. I get mostly the peach and the coconut caramel, I'm gonna be honest. But if you layer this on top of a fruitier perfume, it will just stay fruity. It won't develop into the caramel. I thought I smelled something that was a little heavier. But again, this is... Unless you spray this on straight skin, it's gonna smell primarily fruity. It's primarily like the bergamot and the peach. Also, there is a little bit of... I don't think you can tell because of the way the lights are. I also don't have my lighting system. This is just windows and the lights above. There's a little bit of red staining on the cap because hair dye. Lives in the bathroom on the counter sometimes. So, hair dye. So all of these are going to be perfumes that I wear more in the winter because they're a little more vanilla forward. So a little more gourmand sometimes. Also, I keep straight up lying to you because I keep forgetting that I have only one Phlur perfume, but I have 2 body mists. This is the Vanilla Skin Body Mist. I'm about a third of the way through of the big bottle. And this is like, this smells like vanilla extract in the best way possible. It smells like a slightly sugared caramelized vanilla extract. And if this gets on your clothes, it will stay on your clothes. She's not going anywhere. What I actually really do like about Phlur is that they will put the notes on the back of the packaging. I need more brands to do that because I don't remember everything. But you know, notes, top, pink pepper, pink apple, sugar crystals, see? Sugar. Heart, lily, jasmine, petals, cashmere, woods, base, benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, agarwood. Okay, I don't think it smells very woody. I also don't think it smells very floral or fruity. Again, this just smells like straight up sugar caramelized vanilla to me. She's fantastic. I've also been keeping this in a dark shelf in my room because part of that room doesn't really see the sunlight. So she's kind of like, oh my god, what's the word? She's sat, she's settled, she's developed, she's got a little older. She goes, oh yes, yes, yes. And then this is from Brown Girl Jane. This is the Carnivale scent. Yeah. This scent is so unique to me because it starts off so bright and fruity because one of the top notes, if I remember correctly, is mango, which is kind of the reason I got it. But it dries down to the most delectable and sweet and warm, kind of like vanilla caramel scent, if I remember correctly. I haven't worn it in a while because I've been so lazy about wearing my perfumes lately. But it's just been so, wow, I love knowing how to spell. Carnivale. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's funny because they say the key notes are Caribbean mango, whipped musk, and vanilla. And it also says there's sandalwood. I don't really see much sandalwood, but again, the mango makes it so unique, and it's like a good mango. It's not like an overly synthetic smelling mango, which I hate. So like, if you're like, oh, I want something a little fruity, but you know, I really do like a heavier, more vanilla based perfume, this is fantastic. 10 out of 10. I think I did return it because it wasn't what I was looking for at the moment, but I think Vanilla Nectar from Phlur will actually layer very well with this because they smell pretty much the same. But again, very mango forward in the beginning. I wouldn't say the mango lasts very long, but you know, the musk and the sugar and the vanilla will definitely be there for a while. And then this is also from Clean Classic. This is Vanilla Cloud, which is so funny because when I first bought this, I thought it smelled straight up like baby powder. Like, it was the most powdery old lady vanilla I've ever smelled in my life. But it's been kept in a drawer the past year because I couldn't return it or just didn't have the time, whatever it was. But I opened it a few months ago. And it's not as powdery, but it's definitely like still a little fresh and like the tiniest bit powdery, but it's like a fresh vanilla now, which is so interesting to me. And I've been wearing it, and it does dry down a little powdery, but it's not as old lady as it used to be. So even though this isn't my absolute favorite, it's been getting used once in a while. I still have no idea what the word I'm looking for is. It's not metastasized. But when people do the Cali, vanilla, whichever one it is, they say macerate. Macerate. I should know macerate. That's what you do to strawberries and sugar. But this sat and macerated a little. No, there's no T after the C. But still. This is probably one of my favorite perfumes. Hands down. This is from Sens. This is the Into Deep perfume. I think they're getting rid of this on Sephora because I can't find it anywhere, which is so funny because it's like one of their best sellers. But on the label it says Tahitian vanilla and Australian sandalwood, and that's definitely what it dries down to. Yeah, but it opens so bright because if I remember correctly, there's bergamot and there's definitely. But it opens with bergamot, and there's definitely kind of like a sugared musk almost, or at least just sugar. But again, this is so bright and fresh, and then it does dry down to a more vanilla forward. There's like the tiniest bit of sandalwood, which I can handle because I don't love a woody scent. But this isn't overly woody. But this is one of those it's good for basically all year round. And like I don't like a heavy perfume, like heavy vanilla gourmand perfume. And even though this has vanilla, I can still wear this in the summer because it's not heavy and thick and cloying. This, on the other hand, we'll never see any time that's not between October and March. I am about to offend all of my Italian relatives that are dead and were born in Italy because I'm about to butcher the pronunciation of this. But this is from Giardini di Toscana. This is the Bianco Latte perfume. I know. Everyone raves about it. But for very good reason. This thing is also huge. And like, it's very expensive. But also, when you think about import taxes and tariffs and stuff, it makes sense. Sorry, I'm thinking. This is one of those perfumes that literally every guy ever... This isn't a good thing I'm saying. It's just an observation. I'm not going like, oh my god, this is a head turner. Wear this if you want to attract a man. I don't want to do that. It's just an observation. Because men are men. Every single time I've worn this around my father, he goes, oh my god, you smell so good. You smell very vanilla-y. I'm like, I always have a perfume on. And this is the only one he will ever know, because men and vanilla. Men and vanilla and complimenting people with red hair. I don't like that nonsense. But this is like straight up vanilla. I don't remember the notes, but it is like a spicy vanilla. It dries down to like a honeyed vanilla, and like it smells like there's cinnamon in this, but I remember looking at the notes and I know there's absolutely no cinnamon to be seen anywhere. This is also another fragrance that this will not leave your skin or your clothes until you wash it. This is like one of the longest lasting perfumes I've ever worn ever. I actually really like this and layering with the Phlur Vanilla Skin. I like layering Vanilla Skin with Into Deep as well. But these two together, you're going to be the most delectable person anywhere you walk. You're going to be the most vanilla baked good smelling person in a 20-mile radius, 15-mile radius. So, again, she's very expensive. But she's so near and dear to my heart. And like I said, I am offended all of my grandparents are rolling in their graves. That's all I've got to say about that. Great grandparents. But still. But yeah, that is a current up-to-date tour of all of my perfumes. I have like a few little sample sizes. Not even sample sizes, but they're like that big. That I got from a few brands and I just did not like them. So I'm not going to show them to you. Again, I do apologize about the change in scenery. Hopefully this will be the only one. But somebody is currently passed them out in my lap. Which I'm not that surprised by because she's been on non-stop since 4 a.m. and it's currently 12:41. It's also Saturday, February 21st. I know I'm supposed to be at work. I called out. Thankfully I did because, again, originally there's supposed to be 2 people home. Thankfully I did call out because she can't be trusted to be left alone in her crate because she hates her crate. But yeah, that's all of my perfumes.